Whenever I sit at a keyboard, my fingers play these same 4 chords: D over F sharp minor, G, B minor 7, and an A sus4. I love this chord progression, but the problem is that the more I play it, the more I refuse to explore anything else, like I'm slowly starving my creativity. Can anyone else relate? Lately, I've been embracing randomness as a strategy to disrupt my old dusty patterns in order to find new, inspiring ideas. So today, we're going to look at 4 tools for native instruments that uses randomness to help you write better music. I'm using the first one all the time. The second way always surprises me. And the third and fourth use randomness to solve your sound design woes. Let me show you what I mean. The chords tool inside Kontakt 8 has completely changed the way I find chord progressions. Inside chords are dozens of chord presets. Select one and now chords are mapped across your MIDI keyboard. So already we're off to a great start. But let's add some randomness by clicking one of these dice. If you click the dice next to the preset name, you'll get another random preset. And there's a lot of structured randomness here. We're given random chords in the same key, and the chord voicing is designed to work with one another. So that's why it's so easy to find great chord progressions. And if you click one of the chords, there's another dice that only randomizes the chord in that slot, still in key with the rest of the chords. So with these random chords, I'll try to find a chord progression over this drum loop. All right, I really like this one. Let's record it. Nice. And when I look at what's actually being played, this progression is completely new to me, and that's really exciting. Right now we are using a piano. It's not right for this track, but we'll address that later. Instead, let's see how we can use randomness to find a melodic phrase. Now, for those of you who have a hard time writing melodic phrases, like me, there's a great tool called Phrases inside Kontakt 8. I'm inspired for days when I use this. I have phrases loaded up with Claire, and on the left, you'll see a huge list of different phrase presets. What I like to do is actually open up this menu and use the filter. So I'll pick electronic, simple, and monophonic. And now we have some options. Let's pick clarity and play it. Nice. I really like this first phrase, but let's use randomization to build out the rest of the melody. One of my favorite tactics is randomizing the rotation and inversion of a phrase with this button here. Right now it's set to global randomization, which I don't want, so I'll turn off global. I just want to randomize phrase 6. I kind of like that, but let's try again. Yeah, that's cooler. Let's randomize one more thing. I don't see myself using phrase 4. So let's click the dice here, which will give us a random phrase. Okay, that one's all right. Let's try again. Now let's try again. Okay, that one I think will work nice. Let's record this. I love what we have, but now it's time to swap out this piano and really bring it to life. My favorite tool that combines randomization and sound selection is Playbox. You can randomize chords, samples, and effects. I'm always getting surprised by this one. If you're unfamiliar with Playbox, it's such a great tool. Pretty much you have 8 chords mapped on your MIDI, and each key in that chord is given a different sample. So when you play a chord, you get this beautiful layered sound. One cool thing you can do with Playbox is take a MIDI file and upload your own chords. So I've taken the progression that we generated with the chords tool and dropped them in here. I'm going to lock this, and now we'll go to the main screen and I'll click this dice here, which will randomize the sample and effects. We're really going for it here, so let's see what happens. All right, that's interesting. Let's try one more time. Well, I love that. We'll keep that. Now, I have no idea what genre we're making, and I can't point to an artist that this sounds like. It's just having fun with randomization. Now, let's see what we can do with this melodic phrase with ignition keys from the Play series. The Play series is such a gem. I feel like I can just open it up, pick a preset, and start writing instead of tweaking or building a sound. The way it works is that you have two sound layers, layer A and layer B. And on the bottom, you have the essential macros that will impact your sound. Of course, you can click the buttons here to dive deep into the sound, effects, sequence, and macros, but the presets are so dialed in that I usually just stay on the screen. And you'll see a dice down here which will give you a new set of sound layers, the balance settings, and all the macros. That's a little too much randomness for me, so I'm going to hold Command or Control on the PC and click the dice to just randomize the sound sources. So let's see what we get. Cool, let's try it again. Yeah, this is perfect. And remember that melodic phrase we made earlier? I'm going to click the phrase I want, and then click and drag that into the MIDI lane where Nation keys is. So I built out the same phrase right here. Now let's hear it with the drums and chords. That is so cool. Look at where some randomness got us, and it was so fun to make that with you. So now it's your turn. Let me know how you're going to use randomness in your next project. See you in the next one.